Welcome back to Crime Cuisine. Tonight we journey to the heart of North Africa, to the bustling souks and ancient kasbahs of Morocco, where every aroma tells a story. We embrace the rich, complex flavors of the lamb tagine, a slow-cooked masterpiece infused with a symphony of exotic spices, tender lamb, sweet fruits, and vibrant vegetables. It's a dish that speaks of heritage, community, and the soul of Moroccan hospitality. But what if this symbol of warmth and tradition became the centerpiece of a sinister plot? What if the rarest spices, guarded for generations, were not just ingredients, but clues to a chilling disappearance? Today, Crime Cuisine immerses you in a tale of ancient secrets, bitter rivalries, and a culinary mystery that transcends borders. This is the story of the spice merchant's secret, where a legendary tagine holds the key to a vanished life. If your senses crave exotic flavors and dark, captivating mysteries, hit that subscribe button right now. Crime Cuisine serves up a new, tantalizing enigma every week, transporting you to the scene of the crime, one delicious bite at a time. Our story begins in the labyrinthine alleys of Marrakech, 1998. Rashid Al-Fassi was more than just a spice merchant. He was a living legend. His stall in the Gemma El Fna was renowned not just for the quality of his wares, but for his almost mystical knowledge of spices. He claimed his family possessed ancient secrets, including a recipe for a lamb tagine that was said to unlock hidden memories and stir the soul. Rashid himself was a master chef, and his occasional private servings of this legendary tagine were sought after by dignitaries and gourmands alike. But Rashid had a rival, his cousin, Karim. Karim coveted Rashid's knowledge, his recipes, and his position as the most respected spice merchant in Marrakech. Their rivalry was a simmering tagine of jealousy and ambition. Rashid's most guarded secret was the tagine of whispers, a recipe passed down through generations of Al-Fassi merchants. It wasn't just a collection of spices, it was a precise methodology, a ritual of preparation that drew out the deepest, most subtle essences. It was rumored to contain a rare, unidentifiable spice that grew only in a hidden valley in the Atlas Mountains, a spice that, according to legend, amplified the senses and could make one hear the voices of the past. Karim, Rashid's cousin, believed this legendary spice was the key to Rashid's success, convinced it was a specific, rare ingredient he could steal. Karim had tried everything to get the recipe from Rashid: bribery, subtle threats, even attempts to spy on his cooking. But Rashid was unyielding, guarding his family's legacy fiercely. The tension between the cousins was a constant undercurrent in the bustling souk, a silent, simmering feud that threatened to boil over. Then a prestigious culinary festival was announced in Marrakech, with a special category for traditional dishes. Rashid entered, of course, planning to present his tagine of whispers. Karim saw this as his last chance. If this blend of exotic flavors, ancient lore, and simmering family feuds has your senses tingling, please take a moment to hit the like button on this video. Your support helps Crime Cuisine bring these untold culinary sagas to light. On the eve of the festival, Rashid was seen meticulously preparing his tagine in his private kitchen, the air thick with the intoxicating aroma of his unique spice blend. He was alone as always for this sacred ritual. The next morning, Rashid Al-Fassi was gone. His kitchen was in perfect order. His stall at the souk remained unopened. The tagine of whispers sat on his counter, still warm, with one single serving missing. Rashid had vanished without a trace, leaving only the ghost of an exquisite aroma. The disappearance of Rashid sent a ripple of unease through Marrakech. The police, led by the astute Inspector Zahara, quickly focused on Karim. Their rivalry was legendary, and Karim stood to gain everything. But Karim had a solid alibi, backed by multiple witnesses. He insisted he was preparing his own dishes for the competition, far from Rashid's home. There was no evidence of foul play, no struggle, no broken locks. Rashid had simply faded away. The only remaining item of interest was the untouched Tagine of Whispers. Inspector Zahara, intrigued by the legend of the Tagine of Whispers, decided to examine the dish. It was unlike anything she had ever tasted, an explosion of flavors, yet with an underlying, almost spiritual resonance. She, like others, felt a strange sense of clarity, a heightened awareness after just one spoonful. She noticed something else, too, a faint, almost metallic aftertaste, masked by the richness of the spices. It wasn't unpleasant, but it was unusual. It didn't belong. Zahara, realizing the dish was a clue, consulted ancient texts on spices. She learned about a forgotten, almost mythical tradition among the Alfasi merchants, a specific, microscopic metal alloy imbued with rare minerals from the Atlas Mountains, used in tiny quantities, not just to balance certain complex spice blends, but also as a marker that, when ingested, would slightly alter a person's scent, making them uniquely traceable to one who knew how to read the subtle shifts in aroma. This was the true legendary spice, not a plant, but an ancient metallurgical secret. Don't let these aromatic secrets fade into the desert winds. If you're on the edge of your seat, craving to know what happened to Rashid, make sure you hit that subscribe button now and join the Crime Cuisine family. We have many more unsolved culinary mysteries waiting for you. Zahara now understood the Tagine of Whispers. It wasn't about unlocking memories, but about leaving a trail. She suspected Karim had finally gotten hold of the secret, but not the way he intended. Karim had visited Rashid on the night of his disappearance, not to steal the recipe, but to offer a desperate plea for help. His own stall was failing, his reputation in tatters. He begged Rashid to share the legendary spice secret, to save his family's honor. Rashid, stubborn as ever, refused. A heated argument ensued. In a moment of uncontrolled rage, Karim struck Rashid, not intending to kill, but to silence. Rashid fell, hitting his head, losing consciousness. Panic set in. Karim, fearing exposure and knowing Rashid's almost supernatural tracking abilities, he had to hide the body. But where? He remembered Rashid's fascination with ancient Berber traditions and their use of deep, dry wells in the desert to preserve herbs and spices. It was a perfect, remote, and forgotten place. He knew Rashid, if alive, would recognize the unique scent of the well, infused with ancient spices, from his own tagine. Zahara, using her enhanced senses from the tagine, knew where to look. She followed the subtle metallic scent, tracing it to Karim's personal effects, then to the dusty, ancient maps of the Atlas foothills. There, in a forgotten, spice-infused well, they found Rashid Alfasi, not alive, but preserved. The legendary spice in his final tagine had indeed marked him, not for tracking by others, but for his own discovery. A final, poignant act of identity. Karim was arrested, his ambition leading to a crime far darker than any mere spice theft. The Tagine of Whispers, once a symbol of culinary magic, became the silent testament to treachery and a lost life. It reminds us that sometimes the most exquisite flavors can mask the most bitter truths, and that the greatest secrets are often hidden not in plain sight, but in the subtle nuances of our senses. Thank you for joining us on this exotic and chilling investigation into the spice merchant's secret on Crime Cuisine. If this intricate tale of betrayal, ancient lore, and culinary mystery left you craving more, please show your support by hitting the like button on this video, sharing this video with fellow fans of true crime and travel, and, crucially, subscribing to our channel. What common dish from your culture do you believe holds a hidden, unspoken story? And what's the most exotic ingredient you've ever encountered that made you question its true origin? Share your insights and any culinary crimes you've encountered in the comments below. Until next time, stay sharp, and remember, not all secrets are meant to be tasted.